really good as always. Well, that's aggressive. Good morning. Another one of those little red K trucks right there. So they're planting them all around, trying to plant the seed. Buy me. Buy me. Well, since my watch lit up, folks, it is 6:40 a.m. right now, and I am recharged. Sorry about all the yawning and carrying on in yesterday's video. And let me speak on this too, something else that I thought about after editing that video last night and then having the night to think about, well, sleep on it, I guess. I was falling asleep waiting on dinner. I could not get it together. But the missus made a very good homemade pot pie. Shout out to the missus. That shit was good. One of those things where you go back in there and try to pick a little bit more out of the pan. But I was talking yesterday a little bit about my upbringing and how tragic it is, if you will. And there's some things in there, and I shouldn't do that because there was some stuff that you'll never forget. You know, anytime somebody abuses a child physically, you know, if you hit your child, put your hands on your child, man, it's scarring, right? But let's talk about the financial side and how I'm thankful for it. Yeah, that's right. I'm thankful for it. That's kind of crazy to say, but I'm grateful that I understand the value of money. And growing up not well off really helped that, man. I was looking through some of those pictures over the weekend and Thanksgiving break of me as a kid, and it was painfully obvious that I was wearing some of my brother's shirts, and I was this tiny guy just swimming in a shirt. I'm glad for that. These kids who grow up rich, man, they don't have a chance unless their parents actually took the time to teach them the value of $1 and keep them grounded. You know, it's hard to teach that. It's hard to change that around, to turn that around. I mean, if it's instilled in you out of desperation and just a product of your surroundings, that seed's gonna take a lot better than if you're a rich guy and you're like, well, Johnson, did you see to it that the groundsman did a good job on the lawn? If so, then you can have your $50 allowance, Johnson. Didn't even cut the grass. You just have to verify that the people who cut the grass did a good job. Johnson. What's another? I don't know. There's a lot of it. It's just like the Karen name. It's hilarious how there's kids too that are certain names, and it's funny because it actually turns out, yeah, a lot of the rich people, they use those same names. But anyway, man, I'm grateful for that. And it's crazy that this is day 90, people. 90. Day 90. And I'm going to be a truck driver today, which is funny because it's like full circle, if you will. It came all the way back around because day one of me explaining the plan to do this every day for 100 days as a goal to pay my truck off started in that semi truck. And that's what I'm getting ready to go do this morning, is go do the pre-trip, hit the road. That's the reason I'm out here so early. I usually don't come out until, 7:30 and take my boys to school. I think the one probably still won't go to school today anyway. He was pretty sick yesterday. And that sucks, man. You never want your kids to be sick, but also just like growing up knowing what money's all about. You got to grow up getting them germs and getting an immune system to it, man. So if you try to protect your kids from everything, I'd rather them be sick a little bit here and there than to be a boy in the bubble, if you will. But yeah, day 90. How did we get here? How did we get 90 days in? And percentage-wise, that's gotta be over 70% through. Because 90's on the top or half of 100, so yeah, that's probably every bit of 78%. But almost over, guys, and I know some people don't like that as much as I do. No, and I don't like it. I'm not saying I like it, but a break sounds amazing. I mean, nights like last night, you guys seen how much I was yawning, and that was at like 5:30, 5:45. So if you could picture me at 9:30, 10 o'clock trying to wait for YouTube to tell me they processed this video so that I can hit the upload button. So it's been a grind, man, and I appreciate everybody that stuck it out with me. Let me get this pre-trip done. Let me get the rest of the way woke up, livened up, and let's do this thing, baby. Day 90. Woo! My business. Safety is my goal. It's also blocking the only diesel pump too. Thanks, fella. Dang! Let's go ahead and get it out of the way. The people, oh my God, James, driving without a seatbelt and with that, what? You know, I'll take it back. The seatbelt thing you guys are legitimate on, but the ones that are like, he's recording stuff while he's in the truck. It's crazy. Anyway, what's up, man? I'm so pissed right now, man. It's 1:30, and I haven't even had a chance to eat lunch yet, man. Like, I can't. That's the one thing I do not like about the whole trucking game. Some of these hubs that you pull into to unload and reload, they just drag ass and just nobody knows what's going on. And like, I'm the type, I'll jump on your forklift. I'm forklift certified, you know what I mean? Like, shit. You know, I can't stand that stuff, man. You come up to them, and you truckers out there can feel my pain. You come up to them, you're like, hey, look, I'm here, man. I'm unstrapped. Yeah, I got the truck wide open, both sides, all the straps off, slid under the truck, everything ready to go. And people just standing around like they don't know what's going on. And then they have 4 pallet jacks at this location, and only one of them is worth a shit. I grabbed the first 2. I grabbed and learned the hard way that, well, let me say this back. So the first one I grabbed, I had no idea. I set it up, I get it up in the truck, because you got to get up in the truck and you got to pallet jack these things to the end of it so they can pick it up. And I get up in there and I go and I'm pumping and pumping and pumping. This stupid thing won't pump up. I'm like, all right, so I get that down, get the second pallet jack. It's already up, but it won't release. And I'm jumping every bit of my weight on top trying to get it to come down. I'm like, no. So then the third one I grabbed, I checked it first. I pumped it, released it, everything's working right. But one of the wheels was a little wobbly on the front. I'm like, whatever, it'll be fine. It was not fine. I set it up in there, it would roll until you got weight on it. And once I put weight on it, it wouldn't roll anymore. So then I go and get the last one that looked brand new. And of course, there's always that one old guy who thinks he's just hilarious, dude. Who wants to stop me in the middle of everything I'm doing. Let me shut this forklift off. Let me take this headphone out. I'm finally making progress. What do you want, Richard? And he's like, I'm gonna have to start charging you rent for the pallet jack. It's $25 an hour. Just shut the f up, Richard. Shut up. It's not funny as you think it is. Shut up. But anyway, listen, let me tell you, you guys are gonna be mad at me about this. Let me tell you what I've been thinking about the last, like, ever since I've scheduled this thing to go pay that truck off, and I've got just the right amount of time to get the title for that final video next Friday. I want to go test drive a new truck. Some of you guys just logged off, just unsubscribed. This dude, man. We've been rooting for you for 100 damn days, and he's talking about, I'm gonna buy a new truck. Now, I don't know, man. Obviously I can't. My wife would kill me too, but if I went and signed a loan for a brand new truck. I've never had a brand new truck. This is the closest I've ever come to it. I mean, when I got it last year, 2023, it was only 4 years old, you know, so that's the newest I've ever had as far as a truck. But yeah, man, I don't know, for some reason I keep thinking, let's swing into a dealership, just test drive one. Just test drive one. Just to see what a brand new truck is like, you know. But nah, it's all good, man. I'll win this truck from Cletus, one of them, because, you know, I entered into that giveaway. How sick would that be to win that thing? I don't know what I'd do with it, but speaking of trucks, there is some serious work, and I've mentioned this a few times, serious work, like deep in the engine kind of work that I need to do to my truck. And I mean, I guess I'd wait till I pay it off or whatever to do it, but I want to put new timing chains on it and new cam phasers in it, because it's a common problem for the 3.5 EcoBoost is the cam phasers in that year. You can buy a better, more upgraded cam phaser that doesn't have the oiling issue, which I bought the non-drain back oil filters and all that stuff. And I know I'm talking language that some people don't understand, but it just basically retains oil pressure. So when you start the truck up, it doesn't have to build it up. There should be, it's like a check valve basically, but it still doesn't work. I mean, there's still times, just Google, if you're curious what I'm talking about, just go on YouTube actually and put in cam phasers, EcoBoost startup, those kind of keywords, and you'll hear what I'm talking about. Sometimes when I start that, that's why I remote started a lot, so I don't have to hear it because it makes me cringe when I hear it. But when you first start it up from a cold start, when it's been sitting all night, that cam phaser rattles before, because it's oil driven, I'm guessing. It takes oil pressure before the cam phaser goes where it wants to go and locks in. And that couple seconds it takes to, or half a second it takes to build pressure up, it's like, and it sounds god awful. So anyway, yeah, I figured that would be a good video for you guys to see me tear my entire engine apart and just pray I get it back together. But I need to get some parts for that, and I don't know. I still got Christmas shopping to do for the missus, and that was another thing. I would love to do it on here, and know that she's not going to see it, right? Which here lately, for some reason, she's not watching my videos as much as she used to. None of the people around me. When I first started this 100-day thing, like, I had like local people, one of my workers, you know, him, his wife, like I say, my old lady. A lot of people around me were like, man, I seen your video last night, man, you're crazy. You know, but they just completely stopped. Like, and they're just sick of it. They're like, we'll get to see him in person. We don't watch that shit. So maybe I could just tell her, hey, don't watch my videos anymore, because I'm gonna put your Christmas stuff in there. But I got her 2 things, but I need to get her like another 10. We do this to each other every year. Don't give me nothing, I won't get you nothing. And she always lies, so I'm not falling for it this time. But I'm getting ready to hit up this Harvest House place. I mean, of course, it's going to be a late lunch, and that sucks, and it's going to ruin my appetite for dinner. I guess I could have stopped back here at like Arby's or something and ate lunch there, and it would only made it like another half hour sooner, so it'd have been eating lunch at 1 instead of 1:30, 1:45. But I'm going to hold off until I get to this Harvest House up here, that place I've showed you guys a few times, and we'll get me some of them nachos, and I'll show you guys what they look like, man. They're pretty good. Oh, there it is. Ray's Harvest House, smoking in the back. It's a damn shame you can't just cross the highway right here, huh? You gotta go all the way up here, turn to Albany. That's what town it's in. I've been trying to tell people where it's at. But yeah, you gotta turn right. That's where he's going probably. I see the blinker. This will be one of them moments when I walk in there and they tell me, oh no, matter of fact, our smoker's broke down. We can't do any pulled pork nachos right now. Speaking of pulled pork nachos, let me just say this, and one person called me out about a couple weeks ago, and I respected it. Somebody was like, man, you ain't stepped on that scale in a while. And that, you know, it does, like, that. I realize that. For some reason, that's one kind of goal. I can't get there. I'll be on it for about 2 or 3 days, and then I'll just, man, it's all right. I work too hard, man, to watch what I eat. I should be fine. Whatever sense that makes, but let's get in here and get something. Man, I'm starving. And I see this a lot, too, where people just forget their money at the table, I guess. It's helped me pay for quite a bit of lunches, so mind if I do? Huh. All right. Let's see. I got my table. This is where I sit in every time too. Like that matters. That's probably borderline OCD, ain't it? Probably. Tell me that don't look good. And they give you a little thing of sour cream, a little thing of salsa. Ooh. Some good smoked pulled pork on there too. Fat boy shit. Really good as always. Well, that's aggressive. Oh, I got it. Over lean up into somebody's. It's a female in there that he's all up on. Like, I don't know, that shit's aggressive. It's just, I don't know, man. Some of that stuff I just can't. I can't get with, man. I'll tell you what else is aggressive is video calling, like video chatting every single phone call. That's the most aggressive, man. And I got a buddy that does it, unfortunately. Oh. I mean, every time he talks to his wife, it's a video chat. And I'm like, bruh, I just don't get it. You know, well, not only video chat, but speakerphone. You know, speakerphone. It's a nice truck, though. But, like, I don't know, man. Maybe they're just madly in love. He's an old guy. But how in love do you gotta be to want to be all up in somebody's shit like that? Hey, aggressive guy. Ugh. It reminds me of them old guys. It's like, give some woman a bunch of money and expect a bunch of something from her, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna shut up and drive down the road. I'm saying way too much. And just like that, folks, we're back in town. We made our trip, and I got new plates for the van. Turns out, if you let them expire for that long, you can't even renew them. You just have to get new ones. It's cool that they don't stamp them nowadays, so you dicks can't see what it says on it. I don't think I'm giving away anything, am I? This is the dumb shit I like to do. That way, in the middle of the night, when I'm trying to proof watch all this very slowly at a half speed, so I can make sure, and I'm like just so mad at my past self, I guess you would call it. I'm like, why did you even? It wasn't even necessary, dude. But hey, good news. The place where that little K truck is parked for sale, I actually have to pass to get where I'm at right now. And it looked like somebody was there. So let's go see. So here's the door to my office. I just walked in and unlocked it and realized how ridiculous my keys look. Let's take the Charger down there to see if I could test drive that little K truck. I never did bed these brakes in. And quite frankly, I'm not sure if you still have to do that sort of thing. I know back in the day you did. If you put brand new, the fact that I keep saying, I gotta edit that out later. But in the past, when you put rotors on, you would have to, there's a sequence to it. Like, you'd have to hard brake it, you know, slam on them or whatever. I think drums had a thing where you could back up and hit them and it would adjust the adjusters out accordingly. Whatever. Let's go see if we can test drive this K-Truck. She's a Butte, Clark. I don't know if anybody's here, though. I mean, there's one extra car here that's not usually here, but let's see. Nah. How are you supposed to buy a car from this place? Unless I'm just coming to the wrong door. It's odd how some of these places would be just a trailer. Like a house in the middle of nowhere. Man, really wasting a guy's time. I really wanted to see that thing, man. I just want to take it for a ride. You think it'd be wrong if I just sat in it? I just want to know if I fit in it. I mean, I'm 6 foot tall, 220. You guys know, I have fucking no idea. Hello? Hello? Wright Brothers Auto Sales. There's a sign in there, but this thing's just wide open. Hello? I want to buy your truck. Damn it. She looks good too, don't she? I'm opening the door. Wonder what the alarm would sound like on something like that. I guess I'm not opening the door, it's locked. It says 51,644 miles on it. But there's not that extra digit, so. Dude, I'm telling you, I've had a lot of real-time four-wheel drive. Means it's for real. But, yeah, I've had a lot of these older type of, like, Toyotas and Hondas and stuff. I just love the way they're made. I like the cheap, clunky little dash pieces, and This tire is a 12-inch tire. I could tell if it was 12 inches for sure. Give me just a minute. Some privacy. Such the stupidest shit I've ever said on here. All right, well, cool. I left my business card in the door the last time I was here, but I think I edited that out because it was another one of those late night things where I'm like, why'd you do that? Now you got to blur the card out. You know what? Gotcha, man. Ain't gonna give up just that easy. I Googled Wright Brothers auto sale. Ain't that the people who learn how to fly? Yes, sir. I don't know if I have the right place or not, but there's a little small car lot here with a couple of these those K trucks on it, and there's a sign in here that says Wright Brothers. I don't know if you know the fella.
I don't know who's actually running that. Wright Brothers was my dad and his brother, but I don't know the gentleman's name that's actually running that outfit now. I could possibly find out, but it'd probably take me a little bit.
That's all right. I've stopped by a few times. I've never caught anybody in here.
Yeah, that was our family business for a long time.
You ain't the same fellas that learned how, the first ones to fly a plane, are you?
We was.
I'm just teasing you, man. But you ain't got none of them K trucks over there, have you? You know them little trucks I'm talking about?
Yeah, funny looking little. Yeah, I don't have any of them.
Oh, okay. Full transparency, I just realized there's a phone number on top of that building over there. I'm an idiot. 0207.
Hello?
Yeah, this is James, and I'm over here at a car lot, Kentucky. I just got this number off the roof here.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just curious. These little white trucks here, I was interested in one of them. I wasn't able to catch anybody over here.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
I have another one, which is a red truck.
The one when you come just in town there by the college?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that sitting there. Is there anything wrong with the Honda that's over here? It seems to be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, that's a nice truck. I mean, I'm just waiting for the alternator from Japan I ordered, and it will be here tomorrow.
How much are you wanting out of that one?
55.
Okay. Well, what about the other one over here? The other one's an automatic, isn't it?
The other one is manual. They both are manual. You are talking about the automatic one?
Yeah, there's a little white automatic one here.
I just need it's a little bit rusty. You can just look at it. It's underneath a little bit rust. It's a little project.
Yeah, the bed's in a little bit rougher shape.
I'll give you a good deal, like 4,000. I'll give you
4,000. Is there any chance I could come over after you get that one fixed and drive one of them, or is there any certain times that you're here?
You want an automatic one?
I don't know. I wanted a manual one, so it may be worth the extra $1,500 if that's in way better shape.
Okay, so better you go to the Portsmouth, front of the college. I will send the guy over there so you can try that truck.
The red one?
Yeah, but this one will be ready tomorrow.
Okay. For the record, and if I could find the old clips from my first video, the difference between the two is horrendous. He said 5,500, which, you know, I'm not gonna lie, it shocked me a little bit. But the other one, and he even said, he's like, it's rusty on the bottom, it's terrible, and that's, sorry about the accent, but he said it's in, you know, rough shape. I'm like, yeah, I could tell. He's like, I give you a good deal, $4,000. Oh, cool. You'll knock $1,500 off for the one that's like a shell of the other one. Anyway, what am I talking about anyway? My wife would kill me if I bought either one of them. No, she wouldn't. She'd be like, babe, if that's what you want to do and you think you can make it work. Ooh. Man, it is cold today. Here it is, like probably 6 o'clock right now. It'll be another 12-hour day. I hate turning this piece of shit on. Yeah, 6 o'clock. It'll definitely be 6:30 before I get home. I want to say something. I know I've hinted around to this before, and the more the closer I get to this whole trying to pay the truck off thing, and one last little Hail Mary, if you will. You know, I spoke about memberships at one point, and I've always kind of tiptoed around merch, and I've checked into a few of them, and if I was ever going to have an outside company do it, it would be that Bunker Branding, obviously. They're the only trustworthy one, but you have to pay a big fee of it, but if you keep it small, you keep it all, right? But what I'm thinking about doing is not really necessarily taking it that far, but, and this would kind of serve two purposes, right? It would kind of serve that last little push that I need to pay the truck off, but also kind of test the waters a little bit. Because I have a lot of people telling me they would buy a shirt from me if I had one. So I'm thinking about going to my local shop, having 150 of them printed up. 150 of them printed up. It's a hell of a gamble, though, because then that's cash that I could have used towards the truck if nobody buys any of them. But I kind of want to see what y'all think about that. I've got a pretty good idea of what I'd put on it. A couple of my sayings, if you will. And I got a pretty cool little Gotcha Man logo. But, yeah, just kind of curious, you know. Let me know, would any of you guys buy it? And, you know, if I could just sell that 100 of them, but that's pushing it because, like I say, next Wednesday is when I'm supposed to go in there and try to figure out the cashier's check. But anyway, yeah, let me know down below what you guys think about that. I would love to do that. And here's the other crazy part is there's no way I could afford sweaters, and it's definitely sweater season, which would suck and probably hurt the whole concept. Concept that dirty. So it'd have to be t-shirts, but at least it would be a t-shirt. I may just go get one made and see what you guys think about it and go from there. But anyway, yeah. How was y'all's day, man? Got that truck down today. That guy said that I can meet him and drive that little red K truck, but I've got a pretty big day tomorrow again too. Thursday I may have a little window I can carve out to go do it, but I really want to do that. I'm also still going to do what I said. I'm going to go and drive a new truck. I just want to feel it, man. I just want to feel it. Speaking of trucks, my windshield has already been cracked for a long time. I've been meaning to try to come up with it's only like $300 to fix it, but if you guys have a family, you know, $300 is $300, you know. And have I had it on a couple occasions? Yeah. But I just can't see going and paying $300 for the windshield, because then every time I do that, I turn the corner and something else hits that I'm like, man, I could have really used that $300 right now. So I've avoided doing it. I did see how quick the process was and how great it was to do it with my son's car, the Charger. I think I took you guys along with that, actually. I put part of it on my credit card and the other on my debit card. But man, they had it done like a few hours and it looks great. But anyway, my truck, it's mainly on the passenger side. It was, anyway. You couldn't see it from the driver's side, so it never really bothered me unless like I let one of the kids drive or if I let Lindsay drive. So the other morning we get up to go to school. Well, actually yesterday morning. It just seems like 2 days ago because both days have been like 13-hour days. But yesterday morning, the windshield was covered with ice. It was a 4-day weekend, so I was kind of, you know, dragging to get out of the house, and we were rushing, and I remote started the truck at the last minute. I was like, and I said to the boys, I said, I hope the windshield's not covered with ice and frost. Sure enough, it was. So I went into the kitchen. I got one of my big sports water bottles and filled it with the hottest water I could get out of the sink, and so I could just pour it on there. And they always say, that'll crack your windshield. And it's never cracked any of my windshields before. And I thought, well, this one's already got some cracks in it. But I dumped it on there, and sure enough, it put this big old crack on the driver's side now. And I'm like, well, that's freaking stinks, doesn't it? You know, I can't believe I did that. So I definitely got to get that done. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I should use the money to get the windshield done instead of trying to get 100 shirts printed up. I'll see what you guys say, I guess. I don't know. 100 shirts is a lot of shirts now that I say that out loud. Especially if they're like 20 bucks a piece, man. I can't afford 100 shirts. What am I talking about? I gotta pay this truck off, baby. Woo!